Alright guys, so what's happening? Today we're gonna work on a few positions that are extremely important, obviously, because it's the basics for you to learn how to grapple. I got here this training dummy that's also available at themadpenner.com. You can go check out all the other stuff there. So the first position that we're gonna work on is called side control. Okay. So basically side control is when your opponent is on their back and then you're controlling the side of the body. Okay. Now the thing about side control that is just for the basics to understand is that once you're in this position, there's quite a few things that you can do. The most common one is obviously when the knees are facing your opponent, which is like this, right? You need to keep a good strong base. The hand that's close to the head goes here, you know? And the other one goes at the bottom, at the armpits. So this is a cross face and this is underhook. Okay guys, like I was saying, cross face, underhook under the armpit. Both knees are facing your opponent. Okay, now in this position, side control, you can also have a position where that knee that's close to the hip comes forward. It's called a scaffold. It's also a nice control position. You can control the arm in here, like this. Alright, and then also you can go the opposite way, where you go, this end goes over this way. It's kind of sequence in this kind of sense, like a reverse scaffold. Right here, so. And in this position you can get into other positions, but just to understand firstly, side control, both knees facing, scaffold, turn and then other way around, just like that. Okay, so that's the first position that we're going to have a look at. So now just understanding the position is the most important thing. Now we look into that control position, which is side control. The next position that we're gonna get to is mount. So basically mount is this. When you have mounted your opponent. Nice and simple. There's many ways to get to mount, but we just want to understand, obviously, mount. In terms of competition, some comps when you get mounted, you forfeit 4 points, or if you want someone, you get 4 points. And then sometimes when you pass a guard, which we're going to have a look at as well, you get 2 points in the sword. So it all varies whatever competition you do. But basically, this is mount. And then obviously you don't want to get mounted because strikes are a lot easier to get hit in this position. Okay, so we worked on side control, which is this position, mount. Okay, now in terms of you now being at the bottom, you have to look at guard. So when you're at the bottom, basically you are defending in a way, but not really because you're also attacking. But this position here, in between the legs, this is called guard, full guard, where both legs are wrapping around the body. Now if you look at this position like this, right? So in full guard, the guard can be open, which is this way, or it can be closed where both legs are closed tight here, closed guard. Okay, let me explain it to you now if I'm the one that's in the bottom. The dummy now is in my guard, closed guard, open guard, closed guard, open guard. So when you're at the bottom, obviously when you got closed guard, you are limited to certain submissions because your guard is closed. But you can still obviously attack the head, the arms, etc. But as soon as my guard is open, then that's when I'm looking to either scoot my hips, go for arms, go for other submissions, or try possibly escape. But just understand that when you're at the bottom, full guard, closed guard, open guard, closed guard, open guard. Okay, so just understand when someone is grappling and they're on the ground, when this position, this is full guard, closed or open. Okay, cool. Let's say I'm in guard, right? And the dummy's guard is open. Okay, open guard. And then I manage to pass guard. Whichever way I choose to pass guard. Let's say I pass guard and then I land up in this position, right? This is called now half guard, where the dummy has only one of my legs. Okay. Some people in mixed martial arts prefer this position because the guy at the bottom is limited to the amount of submission they can do. And then for me, I'm on top. I can hit. I like this position as well. It's nice because I don't have a lot of submissions to worry about, right, from this position. But obviously the dummy can try and sweep you and all that kind of stuff. But that's irrelevant for now. But for now, just understand that this position is called half guard. Where the dummy has come check this way around. This position here, half guard. Alright? See when the legs are closed this way. Okay, half guard and then we've worked on full guard. right? And then in competition, certain competition, when you manage to pass guard and then half guard, let's say you end up now in side control, where we've mentioned before, you can get 2 points, right? And then if you manage to land up in mount, 4 points. If it doesn't end up in a submission, then you obviously the one who has the most points wins. So we managed to work on side control, right? Guard, open and close. Okay, now there's another position as well that does happen often is when, let's say I'm in now this position, side control, right? And then I end up in a position like this. It's called north-south. North-south position, where the guy's on his back, then I'm in this position from the top. All right, then there are certain chokes that can lead up from this position. I just understand that that's north-south. Okay. Pretty simple to understand, but it's obviously a lot harder to apply. And then understanding when to go for certain things as well. So what we just want to take from here is just understanding that side mount, full mount, guard, open and close, half guard. Obviously half guard as well can be open and closed. Then half guard as well, certain guys play a different game where sometimes guard is open and then either sometimes they have one hook here or they have a butterfly on one side and then look to scoot out the hips and get the get up. But just understand the position half guard here. Okay. Now, another one that's also very important to understand is back mount. Okay, back mount where I have the back. This position is called a seat belt, where one goes over the shoulder, another one under the armpit. Seat belt can be this way or this way. Seat belt position. Okay, just understand that this is back. The most common submission here is the rear naked choke. Right, guys, set up this position, control your arm, go for the choke, finish. But just understand this is back mount. Naturally, if you're here, you gotta be defending your neck. That's the most common submission, but guys do transition from this position into other submissions that we might ever look at in other videos. But today, just understanding the basics, back. Obviously, you gotta protect your neck so you don't get choked. Then we walk to another position. All right, thank you very much. I hope I've enlightened you today. My very limited knowledge, but it's still very reliable. And then yeah, just keep working on your ground and then look to get better. Cheers. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share and subscribe for all cool content that I still have on my YouTube. Check out all my other videos and make sure that you leave a comment as well. Ciao.